And welcome while we read about William Lloyd Garrison. William Lloyd Garrison was an abolitionist and a women's rights leader. He was born December 10th, 1805, and he died May 24th, 1879, at age 73. So, William Lloyd Garrison, who signed and printed his name W.M. Lloyd Garrison, was a prominent, important American abolitionist, journalist, suffragist, and social reformer. Now, he's best known for his widely read anti slavery newspaper, The Liberator, which he founded in 1831 and published in Boston until slavery in the United States was abolished by the Constitutional Amendment, the 13th Amendment, in 1865. He was one of the founders of the American Anti Slavery Society and promoted immediate, as opposed to gradual, emancipation of slaves in the United States. So, historian John Chapman, what he had to say about William Lloyd Garrison is the source of Garrison's power was the Bible. From his earliest days, he read the Bible constantly and prayed constantly. It was with this fire that he started his conflagration. So, also a prejudice against all fixed forms of worship, against the authority of human government, against every binding of the spirit into conformity with human law. All these things he grew up in Garrison's mind out of his Bible reading. Garrison was not an abolitionist who became a publisher, but a printer who became an abolitionist. Garrison was a typesetter who could run a printing shop. He wrote his own editorials in the Liberator while setting them up in type without first writing them out on paper. So it means on those old printing presses, you had these little metal tabs, and they would have the letters on them, and you had to put each one in there in reverse, then put ink on them, put your paper down, and then press the paper on it. He was obviously more advanced than that. They had better machines by that point, but the same basic principles there. You still had to put those tabs with the letters on there in reverse. He was doing that without writing everything out first. So he was writing reversed and right to left in type by putting little things down, not actually writing. It's very impressive. But it also helped assure the viability of the Liberator, and also that it contained exactly what Garrison wanted, because he was the one doing it, as he did not want to have to deal with any outsiders to produce his paper, except his partner Knapp, with whom he eventually did have a falling out. He was a man armed with the copy machine of the times. Like other major abolitionist printer-publisher, the martyred Elijah Lovejoy, a price was on his head. He was burned in effigy, and a gallows was erected in front of his Boston office. People threatened his life. And while he was relatively safe in Boston, at one point in his career, he did have to be smuggled onto a ship in order to escape to England, where he had to stay for a year. So historian John J. Chapman again. From the day Garrison established the Liberator, he was the strongest man in America. He was affected in his thoughts by no one. What he was thinking, all men were destined to think. His power of arousing uncontrollable disgust was a gift, like magic, and he seems to sail upon it as a demon upon the wind. Not Andrew Jackson, nor John Quincy Adams, nor Webster, nor Clay, nor Benton, nor Calhoun, who danced like shadows about his machine, but William Lloyd Garrison becomes the central figure in American life. He vitalized and permanently changed this nation as much as one man ever did the same for any nation in the history of the world. And he did it through a newspaper. He did it through the written word. I hope you're learning, and I hope you're having fun.